Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Into the Breach. Let's play a new run as the, what are these guys? What are they called? Rusting Hulks, AKA Smoke Bomber Boys. We got the Jet Mech, the Rocket Mech, the Pulse Mech. We'll look more about what they do when we actually jump into the timeline here. We have our pilot, who is just a normal dude. He's not even like a unique special pilot. He's just a guy with a mech reactor and HP. Let's start. Let's also look at the achievements, I suppose. Overpower your grid twice by earning or buying power when it's full. That's easy to do. Deal 12 damage with electric smoke in a single battle. That seems pretty easy to do. And take no damage in a single battle. That seems very easy to do. All of these achievements for this squad seem pretty easy to do. Why is it so loud? Why is it so loud? Something, Rusting Hulks, Vec. Yeah, I heard your message. You can attempt the islands in any order. Vec difficulty will scale depending on how many islands you've completed this game. We could do ice first, or desert first, or regular first. And we can see, if we mouse over them, what the different Vec aliens are that we're going to be fighting. So we can see down here in the bottom that we're going to be fighting 4 different types of Vec and a leader that is the Flying Hornet. The leader here is a Firefly and the leader here is the Blob. I really don't want to fight the Blob. Maybe doing it early is the way to go though, but maybe we should save that for later. Why don't we start with ice, because we didn't finish ice last time. We didn't do ice. So we'll do Pinnacle Robotics. We have Standard Vec, the one that gives them more health. The, what is it called? The Scion enemy. And then we get the leader, which is just the Firefly. The humans employed at Pinnacle are just as important as the sentient machines. We must stop the Vec to save all life. Yeah, well, let me worry about blank. We have a pilot. Where are we gonna put this pilot? The Jet Mech has aerial bombs. They can leap 1 tile and do damage and smoke. The Rocket Mech has Storm Generator, which deals damage every turn to enemies in smoke, which is just a passive ability. And the Pulse Mech has Repulse, pushes adjacent tiles. Is that your only move? Your only move is to push? And if we give you power, you can shield friendly units. Oh, shield self is what you can do. That's interesting. I wouldn't be against that, especially considering that Nabezilla, our pilot, who's also in chat today, is already at max level. He's not going to be getting kills. We might as well put him into a mech who could maybe get some value out of shielding self. Or, since he has so much health, why don't we give him more moves so he can get into position a little bit more easily. And then these guys, since they're going to be getting more kills with their attacks, he doesn't need the XP as much. Although I suppose the XP gained from smoke is evenly distributed, so he will still get some of the XP. It'll just mostly go onto these 2 units, which is fair enough. You have 4 movement, you have 3 movement, you have 5 movement, which is pretty good. Let's go to the freeze and defend both robots. It's actually not that bad. Venting Field. This is a relatively easy mission. These machines are not currently themselves. Look past their malfunctioning aggression and see them as living beings. There are 2 robots that we have to defend, and we have access to a freeze tank that can freeze robots or enemies. Oh, excuse me, I had to sneeze. Allergies lately, good God. So we want to protect our freeze mech here, our freeze tank, as much as possible. I think that's pretty okay. And we can also freeze the enemies if we want to, which will keep them locked in ice so that they can't kill us. There's only going to be these 3 units on this upcoming turn. I kind of like this layout. Our artillery mech is in the back where they can hopefully, you know, get into a good position. Yeah, this doesn't seem too bad at all. What do? You do 3 damage and light enemies on fire. Oh my God. It's actually a lot of damage. I really don't want to kill you, so I gotta do something about this scarab, I think. Which we can kill quite easily. So this is an easy turn. I don't know what I'm thinking about. This is an easy turn. It's not an it is an easy turn. The freeze tank, who will freeze an enemy unit, will freeze the robot, will get out of the way, and then attack and, well, actually kill the scarab, but it pushes where the rocket lands. Rocket artillery fires a pushing artillery and creates smoke behind the shooter. So that's enough to just get a kill. Then we'll freeze. This unit is frozen. It cannot move or attack. It will remain frozen until it takes damage. But we're not gonna do damage to the robot. What we're gonna do is just move off to the side and prepare to push these guys, I suppose. I could push you, but I could only push you up into the buildings, which doesn't seem like a very good idea. And you haven't even moved, so you could just block a tile, I suppose. It's gonna hurt you, and you only have 1 HP, but I'm still okay doing that. Does this, no, it doesn't give you shield. I mean, I guess. End turn? Yes. I only used 1 unit action on that turn. We still have 2 units that could act, but I'm not gonna spend my resources on them right now. Excuse me. Not Bill Murray, welcome. Yes, into the breach. This game is a lot of fun, and I want to play more of it. I'm excited to be playing Into the Breach because I really want something that's slow and methodical and tactical. That's what I want. What I really, really want. Okay, so we can freeze this scarab and get ourselves into a position where we can get down here in order to freeze this tank, but we can't freeze the tank on this turn. What we can do, actually we can't do anything. Well, I'll say I can't do what I want to do. Because you need to heal. You could just push, which will block a spawn, but then you'll take damage from the laser mech. You can't go anywhere I need you to go. There's nothing really for you to do. I guess we could do it like this. It'll do damage to the Firefly and block a spawn. And by jumping over him, over the Firefly, we will drop smoke, which prevents him from attacking. So we'll do something like that. Oh, and then we push him into range of the robot who's firing the laser beam, and the robot's gonna kill him. Beautiful. As for you, I think you're just gonna get a little bit closer to the action. End turn. You're gonna take 1 damage. You're not taking any damage. Yeah, good turn. I really like missions that give you a freeze tank because every turn you have 1 extra action that you can take, eliminating enemies or anything like that. Now, unfortunately, I have to get you in a position where you can freeze the robot. But like, it's so helpful to have access to that freeze tank. I could push you on the ice and then freeze you. What's your movement? 4? I really don't want you to free the scarab, but you know, that's probably not the worst thing in the world. We're slightly possibly getting overwhelmed, but not quite. You gotta move, freeze robot. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I want to put you over here so that you can freeze the robot on the next turn. Of course, I could move him over here. One, two, three, four. And he has the same kind of like area of attack here, but if we move him here, he can freeze this building, which saves it for a turn. So I don't even have to worry about the Firefly. But then again, the Firefly could come up here and then block my access to the robot who I gotta try to freeze. I suppose the other thing we could do is next turn, we'll probably have access to the middle area if the scarab moves. Let's see what we're gonna do. I would like, I mean, I'd love it if I could push enemies into a position where they could attack each other, but I don't think we can. Well, no, we could. We could push the Firefly into a position where it'll die, and the Scarab will be released. But that's not too bad. And then freeze the building. You can just block a spawn for this turn. You can move there and push, and then you can just shoot the Firefly into a position where it's gonna die. That seems like the best idea. And then next turn we'll have 3 units and we're just gonna freeze one of them. Yeah, that doesn't seem that bad. You shoot him. So you're dead now. You're gonna freeze the building, which keeps it safe, and then you're just gonna repair so you don't die on the next turn. So we'll have 1, 2, 3 enemy units, but then we gotta make sure that we freeze this, well, we're gonna have 4 enemy units, but we gotta make sure we freeze the tank. But by repairing the jet, it doesn't die. Okay, we can freeze you. Okay, I mean, this doesn't seem like a difficult turn at all. You have to step here and freeze the tank. You can just create smoke behind yourself, which will stop this enemy from attacking. You, we don't have to worry about, and you, I can just drop smoke on you. The only question is, what do you do? I mean, there's not really much for you to do at all, so I suppose you just won't do anything. So you move here, freeze him. So now we have frozen both robots. You're gonna prevent the building from taking damage. You're gonna prevent this building from taking damage, which also does do, oh, you know what, I know what we can do. It does do damage to this Scarab, but we can also push the Scarab into the smoke where he will also take more damage. Yeah, just for the fun of it, we'll make them all get slightly wounded and then flee. There we go. Now we did take damage, so we didn't get that achievement of not taking damage, but it's hard to get that achievement when you want to block spawns because I like blocking spawns. Break 5 buildings out of the ice, take less than 3 grid damage. Take less than 3 grid damage, protect the power plant. Ice storm, prevent prevent Vec from spawning 3 times and protect the coal plant and ice storm. Large areas of the map will periodically freeze solid. This seems very easy. There's also 1 alpha, and these are the ones that web you, so you gotta be a little bit careful. But we'll do it like this, because if they do web us, we can just push them away. Or just shoot them, I suppose. 2, 3. So you move, you move, you move, you move. I really need the Scarab to attack one of my units, I think. Otherwise, this is gonna be a very difficult turn. But we'll see what happens. I suppose we could move you, like, here? And then if you get frozen, you can just kind of jump over him. You do have 5 movement, which is pretty good. Yeah, what if we just do it like... What if we just do it like this? 1, 2, 3. Now you have to hit a, if you hit me, you have to hit a building, which means you're either moving to this square or this square. Which means that we can do damage by bumping you, which means we might be able to kill you if I move up here. You have 3 movement. I like it, I like it. I'm trying to be a little bit more tactical with my initial positioning here. Let's see what happens. It's a time pod. We need that. We need that for the reactor power. So that's kind of exactly what I wanted. Yeah, this is totally fine. They will be frozen if I just move out of the way, and I can move out of the way by jumping over him. So that's easy. You could just be pushed, so that's also easy. And then you can just come down here and then shoot this guy, and then that's easy. You'll take 1 damage, but who cares? Now, we could... Yeah, it would be nice to maybe do a little bit more damage to the enemies, but we don't have to. We can just let the ice do its job. The smoke might, like, reawaken the enemy after the ice hits, but it's still worth doing this for the ice, I think. And then you get pushed. And then you just shoot him. Nothing's taken damage. They do get frozen before anything else happens, so the scorpions will be prevented from hitting anything. I guess they take electrical damage first, or smoke damage. So I don't know if the smoke is going to awaken the scorpion. We'll see what happens. That's correct, Solder J. The smoke does not hurt buildings, so we can freely smoke our buildings. We also do need to prevent the Vec from spawning, so we do need to work on that. You're attacking me, I'm attacking you. So this kills an enemy. It doesn't kill an enemy, we gotta kill this guy. It almost kills an enemy. The building is gonna be iced. Well, what we should do is we should do something like this to block a spawn by pushing the enemy into the spawn point so he takes the damage instead of us. It also weakens the Vec that is giving everyone health. We can kill everyone on this turn. We can kill everyone but the Scarab, which I actually really like, because if we kill everyone but the Scarab, next turn we can just freely block spawns as much as we want. So we'll do it like this. Instead of jumping down, we'll move behind the enemy and then jump up. That way we're closer to the middle of the map. And then you will just kill this guy. There'll be 1 Scarab plus 1 Scion next turn, and we only need to block 2 spawns. You're hitting a building. Oh, but the building's gonna be encased in ice, so it's not gonna take any damage. Correct, okay. Smoke first, environment second, yeah. So let's see, does this free the scorpion? It does free the scorpion, okay. That's the problem there. Oh, all he's doing is hitting the building, who cares? And all we have to do is, we can push you onto a spawn to block it, and then we just gotta block 1 more spawn. Doesn't seem that bad. You're hitting a building for nothing. You're getting frozen, which is fine. If I move here, we'll be encased in ice. I don't want to get encased in ice. I guess I could push you into the ice, which also works. You could freeze this guy if you really wanted to. And then you can stand here and then block another spawn. Okay, so you push. Hold on. If we do this, though, we get the kill. So why not get the kill? We could kill the Scion, but we can kill the Scion next turn. I'd much rather do this, because we get the experience out of it. And then you can move here, murder this guy. And then we need to block 2 spawns, so I will position you here to block the spawn. Nothing's taking damage, end turn. You still have an action available, but I'm not going to use it for anything. So that's 3 blocks. You're hitting another building. All of these enemies are getting frozen on this turn. We can kill the Alpha easily. And we can kill you guys pretty easily too. Well, I can't really kill this guy though, can I? Actually, no, I can't quite kill him. I can get close to killing the Scorpion, Actually, you know what? I cannot kill the Scorpion, so we might as well kill the Scion. There's a funny turn in here, though. If we just push, then we can let the smoke kill him. You take a little bit of damage. You take a little bit of damage. We're not going to be able to kill the Scorpion, but we can kill the Scion and we can kill this Scorpion over here. But you would live with 1 HP anyways. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. Victory in 1 turn. Get frozen. We don't take damage from being iced up, but if you are frozen, you can use Repair to free yourself from the ice, but otherwise cannot attack or move. The problem, though, is that takes a full turn to remove yourself from the ice. You gotta be a little bit careful. But that was not that hard. We, took good advantage of the free freeze and picked up a pilot. Mech can move through enemy units, and a reactor core. And we have a pilot who's unlocked in the hangar now. Well, we do have experience of 18, so you're actually a little bit more experienced. We do have a free mech. I hate to say it, though. I think I'd rather put can move through enemy units on the pulse mech, who needs to be able to push enemy units around. So we're gonna swap off Namezilla for the new guy. We gotta give names to these guys too. We'll do that. So now you can move through enemy units in order to push them, which means you probably don't need the extra movement point, but we could still give it to you. But if I give you the reactor core, you can do 3 damage on a hit now, which is pretty good. Or we could get closer to getting the storm generator, but which increases the damage that we do in smoke, but we can always just remove the power later and recycle it. I like this. I like this. Namezilla should be on the plane for extra health. I guess, yeah, we could make the bombs do extra damage. I really like the rocket artillery, though, but that is also a very good point. If we take the pilot off and put him on the rocket mech, now you have 4 HP, and then we have to give you the +1 damage. 2 damage on this is also an okay move, I suppose. Elizabeth Volkov or Penny the robot? Well, Penny the robot is closer to leveling up. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that so that you get the 4 HP out of this, and then you have 3 HP, and then you have 3 HP. All right, fine, you suckers. We'll do it your way. Cryolab. Block Vex spawning 3 times, protect the emergency batteries. Ah, this is one of those missions where the enemies might try to free the robots from the ice. I do like the mines. I do like the mines. You have 4 move as well, which is pretty good. And then which one is this? Break buildings out of the ice. It's actually kind of hard to do. But I suppose one way of doing it is to push things into the buildings that are iced up. I'd still rather do I don't know, cryogenics labs or cold storage. Let's go to the mine level. We'll see what happens. I didn't screw up my power, did I? No, let's go to the mine level. These are freeze mines, I think, too. So they're not actually kill mines. Scorpion, 1, 2, 3. I might be able to make you come to me. 1, 2, 3. If you step there, you'll be frozen. And then you guys, you can just shoot me down this hallway if you don't mind, please. 1, 2. Yeah, you can hit that guy if you have to. Okay, I like this. Confirm. You're shooting a building. You're hitting a building. You're not doing anything. You got frozen. All right, not too bad. We don't have to worry about blocking enemy spawns in this one. All we gotta do is just kill the enemies. I could easily kill you. I could push you away, but because this only does 2 damage, I can't kill you. You, if I stand here, I get frozen. Not the best idea. And if you fly here, you will get frozen too. So it's actually kind of hard for me to deal with this enemy. This is probably the one we're going to shoot with the artillery mech, because if we shoot him, we'll push him off the building. Unfortunately, though, we don't do as much damage as I would like, but that's okay. So how do we deal with this enemy? I don't think we can. This is like a weird... Oh, you know, I can block it and then just get hit and get unfrozen, which is what we're going to have to do. This is one of those not fantastic situations, though, where we can't really do all the things I want to do, but we can at the very least protect everything. Also, if we kill the soldier scion, this scorpion will die, so we don't have to worry about him next turn. In all likelihood. Yeah, this is fine. You can't act, but you'll be unfrozen when this guy shoots. Awkward layout. Awkward layout, and they moved right in between the mines, which prevented me from getting close to them to do anything. You know, especially the flying mech that we have. Our plane has to be able to stand adjacent to a unit, and there has to be a free space behind them that they can jump over. They're kind of an awkward unit to utilize effectively. Okay, well that's just 2 kills, which is great. And then you can just jump over this guy, and then you can just push enemies into each other. So this is an easy turn. This is a very easy turn. We stand there, we hold on. You're frozen, that's why you can't move. So you'll just jump over this guy and do 2 damage to him. And then you might as well stand over here and block a spawn and do even more damage. These units effectively have 1 HP each if we kill the scion. And now we can kill the scion. We can kill the scion because we do 2 damage with our attack. I guess our attack now does 3 damage because it inflicts smoke at the same time. So kill you, you'll go down to 1 HP. I can kill you like that. How am I gonna deal with you? I guess I'm just gonna have to push you, and then we'll have more enemies to deal with next turn. It's not ideal, but it'll work. Yeah, there's not much else I can do about that. I would like to kill the soldier scion, though. We don't have to. Like, maybe it would be worth more to us to just wipe out the scarab so he can't attack anything next turn. That might be worth a little bit more. What's your movement? 3? Movement's pretty bad. Murder you. Wait a minute. Oh my, I got the best move. I got the best move. Watch this. So we murder the scarab, we land here, we're not blocking any spawns, are we? We push, and now we're blocking 2 spawns. Look at that. Dum 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 dum. And you got frozen in the ice, because you're dumb. And now we don't have to worry about any more Vex spawning, because we're done with the mission. Let's do it. We might even be able to kill the scion here. Hold up. Oh, you're freaking dead, dude. You're dead. Easy. Did anyone die yet? No one died yet. I still have these pilots I should probably name, but whatever. I'm lazy. Protect the power generator. Also promotion. Plus 2 mech HP. You know, it's fine. Defend the robots. I hate this mission. Defending the robots is actually very hard to do. So I'd rather go somewhere else. And I think that means we're gonna go here with the robots. These robots, if they awaken, we can kill them if we have to. So this is not a bad mission for us to do, I think. And we have no more power to distribute. So I suppose we're okay with what we have. But I will name some people other names, like you, who is definitely not Bill Murrah. And then Penny can be Dernuno. There you go. So we actually do have names now. Let's go to the cryo lab. Not even any alpha units, it's just that they're probably going to try to free the robots from the ice. But not having any alpha units is like easy. It's easy mode. Reverse Apollo, welcome. Name me. When we get a better person and we have to get rid of one of these people, I'll do it. Okay, you're gonna free a robot from the ice. If we free the robot ourselves, you'll just kill him. So that's worth considering. You, I like the idea of just murdering this guy with the one shot. You can't really do much. You could kill the Scion. That's probably worth it. And then you, what are you gonna do? Ah, you know what? If we push here, it'll hurt the Scion and kill the robot because it's gonna take damage as soon as the Firefly attacks. So I really like this attack. Actually, you know what I like even more than that? Hitting ourselves. Oh, that's not gonna kill you though. But you know what? It will if we do it like this, because by pushing we'll do 1 damage to ourselves, and then you'll die inside of the smoke. That way we kill all of the. We killed both robots and the Scorpion on this turn, and then we only have 3 enemies next turn. That seems pretty good. Like I really want to knock out the robots. I think because they're a big annoyance on this mission when they get hit by something, and then all of a sudden you have an extra unit on the next turn that you got to deal with. Taking them out early, I think, is wonderful. Now, we're not blocking spawns, though, doing this. So is there a better move? We can definitely do this blocking spawns, so I guess we'll do it blocking spawns. We'll do it blocking spawns, and we'll do it killing units if we can. We can definitely kill this guy with 1 hit, and then block the spawn. So then we'll block the spawn. You'll jump this guy. So you're dead, you're gonna be free, but we're just standing here. I'd like to try to get to the victory conditions. So we're gonna have 3 enemies next turn because of the robot, but we'll hopefully be able to deal with him. Yeah, or you can just fire in the wrong direction. Meaning you're not going to be shooting a building. One, two, three, four. Well, here's the thing. I like this move. Can I kill the Firefly? I'm trying to think if I can even kill this Firefly or if it's going to be able to hit a building. Because I can't quite hit it with either of my units. I can only hit it with the Pulse Mech. And the only thing the Pulse Mech can do is pulse and push. So I'd have to stand here and block the shot, I guess. Which means we're not blocking Vex spawning, but what else can we do on this turn, really? I could stand here and push. You're still hitting a building, though. But if I do that, then you can land on the Vex spawn. How are you going to deal with this guy? You can't. Okay, bit of a problem. Yeah, I guess I could stand here and push. That does block a spawn. But how are we gonna stop this building from taking damage? We don't. I could kill you and not block the spawn using the plane, but I do think that this is our best move with the plane just because it kills the Scarab easily. Although I suppose you can kill the Scarab, You could jump over this guy, and then we can push him into the smoke that's created that stops him from shooting. So we can get the kills, but we're not blocking spawns. We'd have to block 2 spawns on the next turn, with there being 3 enemies alive, which is gonna be kind of tough. I'd rather block, even just blocking 1 spawn on this turn, I'd rather do that, but I don't know if there's a way to do it. 1, 2, 3, you just literally can't move enough. So we might not be able to get the perfect island bonuses, because you're gonna have to come in here and shoot the scarab. You're gonna move here, leap over, create smoke, and then you're gonna move up here and then push the firefly into the smoke so it takes 2 damage. And then we don't block a spawn. We might be able to block 2 next turn. It's gonna be tough, but it's not impossible. So I'd much rather give that a shot than take damage. So you gotta move there, and you gotta move there. Hopefully we do have 2 Vex spawning next turn. Actually, there's gonna be 4 enemies, not 3. Yeah, I don't know if there's gonna be a way that we can do this blocking spawns, but we'll try. At least the scorpion isn't attacking anything, so it's actually possible. Like if we stand here and push, that blocks a spawn. If we stand here and push, that just does 1 damage to a firefly. Not really that helpful. We still gotta block the buildings from taking damage. This blocks the buildings from taking damage. You die. How do we block a spawn? Push you. That blocks 1 spawn. And then do we just block the other spawn ourselves? I'd rather not, but I don't see a way around it. We might have to fail this corporate reputation. Although maybe we'd be better off letting a building get hit. If we let 1 building get hit, then we get the corporate rep out of this, and then we have a chance of getting Perfect Island, which is worth more than 1 grid power. So it is a bit of a gamble. But we can block 2 spawns, it's just tough. It leaves us taking a little bit of damage, but again, I don't think there's any way around it. I'm trying to think if there's any way that I can push the plane mech into a position where they're blocking another spawn. And I don't think there's any place I can go that makes that happen, because I gotta deal with these units, unfortunately. I could kill you, but then you're still alive. Can't push you. Can't attack you. Can I do that? Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to take the 1 grid power, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with that. It's not perfect, but it's probably worth it for the grid power to take 1 hit of damage. What were you? What was your job gonna be? Oh, your job was gonna be to block this spawn. And then your job is to just stand here, I guess. Because you can't really do anything else, huh? Alright, I mean, fair enough. You'll get hit for 1, you'll block a spawn and die. You're dead. You won't die, you're dead. So we'll have 2 fireflies next turn, and you're gonna shoot 1 building. I hate leaving a building in a position where it's gonna get hit, but I think it's worth it for the Perfect Island if we can get Perfect Island. Because we can buy 1 grid power and then still have a profit for getting hit once. And also, that's very true. There's a 15% chance that we wouldn't lose the grid power anyways. So now I'm just going to... Oh, they only take 1 damage in the smoke, not 2. My math is a little bit off, apparently. I could kill the robot if we wanted. A push here gets a kill. We can... Well, if I jump over you and shoot you, you're not breaking this guy out of the ice. So we might as well just, like, push you and kill your friend. And then you... We can't actually kill this guy, so you just stand here and heal. You know, we're making it out of the mission taking 1 damage. Oh well. And as long as we kill the leader Vec on the next level, we'll get that perfect island. Because the perfect island, it's not about losing buildings, it's about getting all of the objectives completed for the perfect island. So, corporate HQ. Still don't have any more reactor cores, unfortunately. There's the Alpha, the leader rather, and 2 regular Fireflies. Okay, I will put the jet here. I'm gonna do this. I'd like to try to get you to hit my rocket mech. Rocket mech! Hopefully they just attack down the line with their projectiles, which makes this a very good layout for us, honestly. I mean, that's kind of exactly what I wanted. We will push you off to the side so you won't hit the buildings. Or I guess I could just leap over you and block a spawn at the same time, which seems pretty much like the best idea ever. You do 3 damage on an attack, and you have 3 HP. I could just shoot you once and kill you. Although, hey, if this thing was upgraded, I could do 3 damage and kill him immediately, but no, you guys wanted me to put him onto the pilot mech, or the plane mech. I guess I could have swapped the pilots out now because of the HP gain, but whatever. How are we gonna do this? It's more like, what are we gonna do with our other units? You know, there's another move, and it's called killing the crap out of the alpha or the leader on 1 turn. Push him down, leap over him. He'll take an extra 2 damage, so he'll take 4 damage. 1 from the smoke, and then 1 from the block, so that's 6 damage in 1 turn that we can do. And then you just don't do anything. I always hate that idea of not doing anything on a turn, but I think it's definitely the right call. Can I block a spawn? No, I can't get that close. Still, I do think that this is probably the best outcome. And then you can just get closer to the enemies to kill them next turn. And don't push, because it'll push him into a building. End turn? You don't normally kill the big bad in one go, but sure, end turn. So there's the electrical damage. They shoot nothing, and then you're gonna just block the spawn and then die. Luckily, he died before he got the health from the Scion. And this is kind of exactly what I wanted from this situation. This is why I moved the pulse mech down. It didn't trick, but it kind of tricked the Firefly to shoot in this direction. So now we can just shove this Firefly in front of his face, and then they're going to shoot each other. We got to do it in a bit of a wonky order, but we can definitely do it. It's going to be shoot you out of the way. Then we can push them. So you'll fire first, do 1 damage. The Alpha will fire second and then kill you. You might as well just do nothing. About time I get a promotion. I've been doing all the work, says Not. I should remove the spaces. You're hitting nothing, you're hitting me, you're hitting a building. Pretty easy turn if you ask me. We're just gonna do like the same thing we've been doing. And then you're gonna block a spawn. And then you're just gonna get shot. Sweet. End turn. We'll have 2 enemies at 1 HP, and then 2 additional enemies to deal with. But enemies being at 1 health is very easy to deal with as long as we just push them. Push them into ourselves if we have to kill them. And so many of these enemies are just trying to hit me that if I just move out of the way, they're just not doing anything. They aren't doing a thing. Well, it's like how can we do this getting as many kills as possible? It's tough. I don't know if there is a way that we can do this getting as many kills as possible. Can't move you there. I thought you could move through enemies. Oh, you can move through enemies. That's what it is. Well, we can get some kills. Kill you. No, we'll push here, which gets us a kill. You do 1 damage, not a problem. Yeah, okay, so we'll push here, which kills the alpha. Then we will... You're gonna shoot your friend! But we're not gonna leave him alive anyways. Although that was an option. We'll do this, which gets a kill. And we'll do this, which gets a kill, and we don't even need to worry about moving because you only do 1 HP worth of damage. All the buildings are saved, we'll take 1 more hit, and then we'll be done with the island. So we did get the perfect island, which means taking that 1 grid damage on the last level was absolutely the right call. +3 grid defense. Ah, good. Fantastic. Allow me to provide additional aid. We can take Ice Generator, freeze yourself and nearby tiles. Such a great piece of equipment. We can get a pilot, Ralph Carlson, for +2 grid defense, for +4 grid defense total. It's gonna overcharge it. This will get us an achievement. Equipment is always nice to have, and honestly, the Ice Generator is like extremely powerful because you can just lock down the enemies and then they can't act for the rest of the mission. It also ices yourself though, but if you have a shield, you can prevent that. But +2 grid defense is nice. I think they changed how much you get when you sell things. So these are worth 1 to sell, but this is worth 2 to just buy immediately. As much as I like the Ice Generator, I'm just gonna take the power because it gets us the achievement immediately. And then we'll buy some equipment from this shop when we can see what we get. Yeah, so you only get 1 corporate rep by selling a pilot. Interesting. Push Beam. Pushes all units in a line, science class weapon. Uses per battle 1, unlimited uses if you upgrade it. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. Titan Fist, prime class weapon. We don't have a prime mech. Light tank, any class weapon. Deploy a small tank to help in combat. All it does is push. But getting an extra helper out on the field could be kind of nice. And then smoke pellets. Surround yourself with smoke to defend against nearby enemies. Uses per battle 1, ally immune, and then +1 use. This seems very good because it can allow us to do AoE damage. But I also like the tank, and I also like the push beam. But smoke pellets and push beam are mutually exclusive. I'm tempted to use this. I've never seen this before. I've never seen this weapon. But it only has 1 use per battle, the same thing as the smoke pellets. So really quickly here's what we're gonna do. What was I gonna do? I was gonna swap pilots around? Why? Why again? 1 mech reactor. Right, because I wanted to get rocket artillery. I wanted to get something to do 3 damage so it could kill units in 1 hit instead of having to kill them over the course of 2 turns. We also got an extra pilot who we're just gonna sell. so spend a reputation, sell the pilot. We will buy... Let's buy the push beam. No, let's buy the smoke pellets. Let's buy the push beam, it's fun. And then I will buy 2 reactor cores, and then we still have 1 corporate rep. 2 power for a tank? Sure, we can always sell it in the future if we don't use it now. But for the science mech, let's give him the push beam, which is kind of cool. And so now he has a range push. And then we have 1 more reactor core that we can put somewhere. Honestly, giving you an additional movement does seem pretty good. You need it, and then we can eventually get Storm Generator to get more AoE damage on the smoke. We need to upgrade a lot of stuff. All right, leave island.